Good morning, folks. My name is Chris Chandler, and I'm president here at PFL. We hope that everyone had a fantastic weekend. The Dow closed higher on Friday of last week and was higher 492.81 points week over week. The S&P 500 closed higher on Friday of last week and was higher 88.67 points week over week. NASDAQ closed higher on Friday of last week and was up 416.18 points week over week. In overnight trading, Dow futures traded higher and are expected to open up 36 points from Friday's close. Oil prices settled higher on Friday of last week and higher week over week. WTI traded up $1.21 per barrel on Friday of last week to close at $64.59 per barrel, which was up $3.80 per barrel week over week. U.S. commercial crude inventories decreased by 4.3 million barrels week over week. U.S. crude inventories are 7% below the 5-year average for this time of year. Total motor gasoline inventories increased by 5.2 million barrels week over week and are 1% below the 5-year average for this time of year. Nice build last week. Distillate fuel inventories increased by 4.2 million barrels and are 16% below the 5-year average for this time of year. Propane and propylene inventories increased by 6.8 million barrels week over week and are 2% above the 5-year average for this time of year. Propane prices closed at 74 cents per gallon on Friday of last week, down 3 cents per gallon week over week, but up 2 cents per gallon year over year. WTI is poised to open up 3 cents per barrel from Friday's close, a little flattish this morning. Total North American weekly rail volumes were down 1.157% in week 23 compared to the same week last year. 7 of AR's 11 major traffic categories posted year-over-year increases. The largest decrease came from forest products, which was down 4.82%. The largest increase came from non-metallic minerals, which was up 19.27%. North American rig count was down by 2 rigs week over week. U.S. rig count was down by 4 rigs week over week and down by 35 rigs year over year. The U.S. currently has 589 active rigs. Canada's rig count was up by 2 rigs week over week, but down by 29 rigs year over year. Canada's overall rig count is 114 active rigs. Overall, year over year, we are down 64 rigs collectively. Folks, we've been watching a few things out for you. We're watching Canada, folks. A lot going on up there right now. A lot going on everywhere, for that matter. Almost impossible to keep up with the news cycle. We should have written about this last week. Myself and Cindy from Alberta were at the Alberta Premier's dinner on May 29th, held in Calgary. There were 2,000 people there to listen to her speech, and it was the largest political dinner in Alberta history. We sponsored a table and sponsored 3 students from 3 different universities in Alberta to attend the event. We have a lot to say on Canada and the oil patch. Please see PFL's rail report for further details. We are watching the Department of Energy. 2 weeks ago, the Department of Energy ordered Consumers Energy of Michigan to delay retiring its last remaining coal plant. On Friday of last week, the U.S. Department of Energy ordered Constellation Energy and PGM to delay retiring 750 megawatts of oil and gas power peaking in Pennsylvania, peaking power. We are watching the U.S. Department of Transportation. They announced on Friday of last week it's pulling back on the Biden-era fuel economy rules, and that decision may affect freight movement across North America or be a disappointment for some anticipating greater volume. See PFL's rail report for further details. We are watching key economic indicators this week. focuses on PMI and U.S. employment. In today's report, we also highlight latest refinery runs, latest import and export numbers for all petroleum-related products. Petroleum by rail cars are up week over week. Also, in every weekly report is the latest and greatest on what cars are available for sale, lease, or sublease. Please call PFL today for all your rail needs, including storage, leasing, subleasing, car cleaning, repair, flaring, nitrogen generation, and transloading services. We have crews ready to serve your needs as they arrive. We now offer services across North America. Well, thanks for listening. Please read the report. Have a great, safe week out there, and we'll see you next Monday.